Right, evening. Okay, good morning. This is 19 December. Okay, 1:21 hours, 1 a.m. in the morning. Okay, just came back from driving. Okay, I'm going to do the Twitter video as promised. Um, Twitter. Okay, I have an initial entry of a stock about 2 weeks ago. I think, let me see, on the 7th of December. Okay, a week ago, and it has been giving pretty good returns. Okay, pretty good returns. Now I've just added the positions. Now there is a story behind Twitter. Okay, I'm going to go through the story first. Then after that, I'm going to go through the technical, and after that, I'm going to teach you how to buy Twitter. In the story behind Twitter is that back in when is that 21st January 2016. Okay, Twitter is was there was a news article that wrote Twitter is ripe for takeover. Now, this thing is actually not news, but not news then because Twitter is the only social media in the entire NASDAQ community, NASDAQ world that is actually uh, been pretty much left on its own. Okay, WhatsApp has. Facebook has gone into a mega billion-dollar company and everything, but Twitter is still very much uh, on its own, and there were a few companies. Those companies includes Facebook, Google, Apple, and Alibaba. These companies have been actually targeting, looking at buying Twitter over. All right, now, which company you buy over is not important at this point in time. Okay, now, in 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 late October 2016, this thing pretty much dies down. Okay, to talk about the buy over dies down. Now okay, Google has been very much the one that was famed as the one that would take over Twitter. Okay, because it has failed in every aspect to get its own social platform. It doesn't have a social media platform, Google. Okay, by buying over Twitter, okay, it is actually going into the social media platform where you can have another reach to their consumers. Okay, Facebook is another one, but Facebook spent quite a fair bit of money, $19 billion buying over WhatsApp. So Facebook is probably cash tight at this point in time. Okay, Apple is probably the one. Amazon, IBM, Microsoft, okay, Verizon, okay, News Corp, right? And of course, our famous Tencent company, Alibaba. Alibaba has tried to introduce WeChat into the United States, but it has failed miserably, and probably Alibaba will be looking at Twitter as a takeover target for its own penetration into the U.S. Euro market. Okay, now what is now this thing here is re- only recently, there was a talk. Twitter is on fire as Wall Street bets on the blockbuster takeover deal. Now this happens on 14th of December. Okay, 14th December. But prior to that, the stock has already started moving. Okay, 14th December 2017, just recently. Okay, recently, and it is touted that maybe Disney will be taking over, or maybe Salesforce will be taking over. Okay, again, as I said, the company is not important, but there are a lot of companies very interested in Twitter. Okay, now why so? Because look at look at Twitter users. Okay, back in 2010, 30 million. Today it has 330 million. This thing has been actually going on for the past 7 years, and this number of the figures has been rising steadily through the years. Okay, up to 300 million. Now this is now buying over such a company with $330 million is actually considered very cheap. Okay, very cheap at its current uh, shares price. Now let's look at the technical portion of it. Okay, okay, I'm going to just go into Twitter first. TWTR. Mm, Twitter on the weekly chart. Okay, weekly chart. Let's take the Ichimoku chart. Okay, let's take the Bollinger Band first. Okay, Bollinger Band, take out. Okay, now if you okay, I will cover Ichimoku crowd later on, but simply as it is now, okay, as it is now, let me see, okay, as it is now, just remember that Ichimoku crowd is basically a cloud, okay, a cloud that's anything south of the cloud is bearish, anything north is bullish. Now, Twitter has been since the start of time in 2014. It was when it was listed. When it was listed, it went all the way up to $70, and kind of been moving down all this while. Moving down all this while, okay, in a very bearish environment. But only recently, okay, in May 2016, in 2016, it has been trading sideways. Now, if you track the time that the announcements are made, okay, announcements are made, all right, this stock has practically been moving sideways in such a way that 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 see it's moving sideways, but there is a big difference between the earlier part of the stock and the later part of the stock. Okay, now why? In terms of the Ichimoku cloud, at the earlier part in 2016, it is still hovering on the south of the cloud, and actually it went up into the cloud. Okay, got bounced out back again. All right, with a support price at about $14. Okay, now only recently it actually burst through the cloud. In Chinese, it's called 雨过天晴. It actually went above the cloud. Now this is important development here. Important development here because once it goes above, the stock becomes very bullish, and that's a trade change in trend. Okay, in pure technical terms, this is on the uptrend now, and this was on the bearish downtrend. This is on the uptrend. Now, what I need to see here is that before we plunge our entire life saving into this stock is that it needs to get out of this trading band. Look, the high here and the high here. This entire sideways movement, okay, between the band of $19 all the way up to $25, okay, is moving sideways. Right, moving sideways, and it is popping its head out of this trading band, trading box now. Okay, we all know what happens to XRP when it pops out of the trading box. It goes exponentially up. Now, it may be really if there is any real takeover, this stock will go all the way up to 56 overnight. Okay, but at this point in time, this stock is trading in preparation for the takeover. Now, there are many companies involved. Now, one of the companies that I'm looking at that will probably take over is Google. Google has taken over YouTube, and if you have noticed recently, Google is actually let me see where is the Google has actually Google has bought over YouTube, okay, and Google has recently introduced Twitter into okay, let's click on this one. No, wrong. Google has actually looked. Okay, let me just get this thing up again. Edit. Okay. Notice this thing. YouTube has included Twitter into its platform. So Google has YouTube as a media transmission platform, and now they have included Twitter into the um, um, media platform as part of the social media. This one has never appeared before. Okay. So my best guess is that Google is going to take over. And Google, being the one of the richest company in the entire United States, it probably has enough money to chew up Twitter overnight. All right, so that's my take on this one. Okay, at this point in time, now I'm going to now go back to the um, to the chart again. Let's see where's the chart. Okay, so if you look at the weekly thing, it is actually popping up. Okay, it's popping up here. Okay, with an all time high of close to let me see what is that high of 25.25. Okay, 25.25 marks the high. Okay, so if this one goes above this, all right, this thing can this stock can really move up very fast. Okay, so that's my take on Twitter. But on the daily chart, on the daily chart, this thing has already moved. I bought somewhere here because it makes sense. It went up, it came down, all right, and then it went up to the top of the band, and after that comes down to the band here. Okay, it comes down to here at the bottom. I bought some here, bought the $400 stocks, and after that it rises up here now. If we are going to rush in and buy this stock now, this stock actually is actually moving up very high away from the central Bollinger Band. We need to see something here now. So in the next few days, if the stock moves down and then move up again, right? This is the buy zone. This is the buy zone. Okay. Will it come down, or will it just go up and away? Now my best guess here is this. Okay, normally in such a case, it will come down. Right, it will come down, okay, into the buy zone here, because when the Bollinger Band opens like this, okay, when the Bollinger Band opens like this, okay, alright, open the mouth open like this, it normally tries to come back to the center band before it goes up. This is the buy zone. Anything, okay, from 23 to 22 range, okay, 23 to 24 range, this area here is a good buy price. Alright, good buy price. From 22 to 24 range is a good buy price. Tomorrow it comes down here, it's giving you a discount and off it goes. Okay, so take note of this one here. Alright, so Twitter is a buy. Okay, Twitter is a buy, but at this point in time, it is kind of at the top of the resistance line. So if any chance that it comes down to this range here, okay, because of this sudden surge up today, all right, it is likelihood that you will come to this buy zone here where you want to really take full advantage of the discounted price at 21, 22 to 24 range this here. Okay, all right. Now the stock is very gappy as in the sense that gappy. If you look at if I take away all the Bollinger Band, you see that it tends to gap up, trades down, covers back to the band, goes up again, and after that it comes down. There's this big gap in between here, so it is not good to play by stops. There's no stops for this one. It is when you buy a stock, you just need to know that from here, if it goes down to $16, okay, $16 or whatever, even if it goes down to $0. For example, you buy $240 of stocks, $240 worth of stock. If it goes down to 18, you're looking at about close to 180, you're looking at about close to $60 into the rates. Okay, losses, but generally speaking, okay, this stock is you need to look at the weekly chart. Okay, the weekly chart tells it all. The weekly chart is showing a U-shaped rebound. Okay, U-shaped turn around. Right, if you look at the date of the weekly chart, okay, this is what is printing here. Okay, a U, right, a W shape reversal pattern. Okay, W shape reversal pattern. Now this W shape reversal pattern, you're looking at about close to from here. The measure move down all the way to here. Okay, and this one you bring it up. Okay, and there it goes. Alright, that's the target price of 35. Now it haven't break out yet. Okay, it hasn't break out yet, so it may come down to here. So we have to really be careful about this thing at this point in time. So any weakness that comes back to the central band will be a good bargain price to buy in. Okay, all right. So at this point in time, because on the daily chart tonight as the market opens, it has already broken up. Okay, it has already been moving up. So we want to see it come down a bit, touch this line before it goes up again. Alright, so don't rush into buy in chunk, buy just one tranche here. As you move up, you can buy another tranche and you just ride the wave up. Okay, now once the announcement for this stock is in, okay, this stock can probably jump all the way up to its all-time high again because it's a takeover. This is a takeover, right? So, alright, so now, however, okay, on the flip side, if there is no takeover and the takeover fails, okay, it can come down to $14 double quick time. So you do have to measure this part here. The downside is $10. So if it comes down to $10 here, okay, if you buy one $240 stock, you're going to wipe your ass with $140 or $100 losses here. All right. So don't sell your house, sell your wife, and waiting to buy this one. Okay, but at this point in time, the chart is printing that is going up. But I say again, if the takeover fails, it will come down to $15 very fast. Okay, so and it will get down. You have no time to sell it in between. You will just get down here. So when you buy this stock, you buy it with a mind that there is probably gaps. It can come down and get down, or it can get up and everything. But so play with just enough money that if it go down to zero, you can sleep peacefully. That is my advice on this stock here. Okay, all right. So that's it for Twitter. It is, I'm pretty sure that this thing will turn around and it will probably goes up to this $35 zone. Okay, $35 zone, right? And to cover this gap here. So that's the thing. But at this point in time, I say again, it's coming into a resistance zone. After that, it will drop down. So just be very careful about this. Okay, all right, and try to buy into the to the 22, 24 range. Okay, all right. Have a great night there. Bye bye.